watching the news on African Free Press Television this morning. My name is Leo Geta, and these are the stories making the rounds this hour. Former President Dr. Goodluck Jonathan will on Wednesday, the 25th of January, hold a World Press Conference in Geneva, Switzerland. The press conference, which holds at 3 p.m. local time, is part of activities lined up by the Circle of Diplomats, Geneva, in honor of Jonathan, which would be concluded with a dinner the same day. According to a statement by the Executive Director of the Geneva Press Club, Guy Metten, Dr. Jonathan will address two most crucial topics in Nigeria and West Africa at the press briefing. Nigeria's former president will also talk about security and civil peace in Nigeria and West Africa on one hand, and as well improvement of health and education of children. Accredited United Nations correspondents and Swiss journalists are expected at the press conference as well, which will see Dr. Jonathan talking about Boko Haram activities in Nigeria and the fight against insurgency. The Circle of Diplomats will also hold a dinner in honor of Dr. Jonathan on Wednesday night at the Intercontinental Hotel, Geneva. Some top officials of the Federal Civil Service have been dismissed by the federal government for extorting money from 400 applicants and offering them employment illegally. The Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, made the disclosure on Saturday in Lagos during a meeting which some selected on-air personalities came. The news agency of Nigeria NAN reports that the meeting was part of the minister's 5-day consultations with critical stakeholders in the media industry. Alhaji Lai Mohammed said that the affected officers were on grade level 17 in one of the parastatals in the ministry. He said that the officers had included the names of the applicants in the integrated payroll and personnel system before the alleged fraud was discovered. And the Petroleum Products Pricing Regulatory Agency (PPPRA) has increased the price of household kerosene from 50 naira to 83 naira. This was contained in its products pricing template released on Sunday in Abuja. It stated that the 83 naira per litre price applied only to the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC) outlets. The template also showed that at 83 naira, the federal government will be making a gain of 10 naira 72 kobo on every litre. It further puts the expected open market price, which is the landing cost plus total margins, at 72 naira 28 kobo per litre. The expected open market price is the prevailing open market rate for the product in Nigeria, after taking certain costs into consideration. Given a breakdown of the price, the PPPRA template puts the landing cost of the product at 57 naira 98 kobo per litre, while the total margin due to middlemen was put at 14 naira 30 kobo per litre. The retailer's margin was put at 5 naira per litre, transporters at 3 naira 5 kobo per litre, while dealers at 1 naira 95 kobo per litre. It further put the bridging fund at 5 naira 85 kobo per litre, marine transport average at 15 kobo, and administrative charges at 15 kobo as well. It stated that the official ex-depot price, which depot owners would sell to marketers, is 68 naira 70 kobo per litre. The official ex-depot price for collection is 73 naira per litre, while ex-coastal price is 68 naira 2 kobo per litre. More heavyweights of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) are reported to have defected to the All Progressive Congress (APC). The latest in the ranks of Rivers PDP heavyweights who have recently defected to the All Progressive Congress include 3 gubernatorial candidates: Chief Captain Sunday Nwankwo, Chief Bekimbo Soberekon, and Engineer Bekibo Dakogo Jack, who were alleged to be rigged out by Wike during the PDP primaries. Kickstarting the formal exit of PDP in Rivers State was Chief Captain Nwankwo, a Port Harcourt-based oil and gas businessman and former National Presidential Committee member of the PDP. Chief Nwankwo left the PDP and joined APC with thousands of his supporters in a ceremony held at Mba in Eche local government area of the state. And the divisional police officer in charge of Vuno Kilang police station in Girei local government area of Adamawa state was among the 30 people killed in an attack by the suspected Fulani herdsmen on Sunday morning. Reports from the area revealed that the suspected herdsmen raided 4 villages, Demsare, Wunamoko, Dikajam and Tabunko in what is believed to be a vengeance mission over an existing feud with farmers in the area. Several houses and other property in the villages were also burnt in the attack. The DPO Okozie Okorafo, as Chief Superintendent of Police, who was deployed to the state about 2 months ago, was said to have been ambushed when he was leading police officers to the disputed area. He was killed in the eventual shootout with his assailants. The House of Representatives Ad Hoc Committee investigating fraudulent practices in the collection and management of non-oil revenue remittances by MDAs has threatened to issue a warrant of arrest on the chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Ibrahim Magu, if he fails to appear before the committee on Tuesday, 26 January 2016, to account for the revenue collected and remitted to the Federation account. The committee had on Thursday walked out representatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, and National Agency for Food and Drug Administration Control, NAFDAC, because their directors general were absent at a meeting in the National Assembly. Chairman of the ad hoc committee, Chike John Okafor, condemned the absence of the DGs involved, that the legislature will go tough on government agencies that disrespect the National Assembly, especially in honoring invitations during their course of oversight. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has raised a team to interrogate our former Chief of Defense Staff, Air Chief Marshal Alex Bade, and 17 others, including 11 senior military officers. Reports added that the officers who had been mentioned in connection with the alleged $2.1 billion arms deal will be quizzed in batches. Some of the officers have, however, alleged that they were not allowed to appear before the Special Investigative Committee before being referred to the EFCC. A former national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Alhaji Adamu Muazu, has said he has not received any invitation from the anti-graft agency, contrary to reports. And 11 former members of the Presidential Guard in Burkina Faso have been arrested after they raided an arms depot. Of the 11 suspects arrested were alleged to be involved in a coup attempt in 2015. Military officials in Burkina Faso have stated that the police are still looking for 15 other soldiers involved in the raid. The men were reported not to have stolen any ammunition. However, they were able to carry away several AK-47 rifles and anti-tank rocket grenade launchers. And still on the foreign scene, international terrorist group Islamic State has stated that the United Kingdom is its next target in a new video released on Sunday, 24th January. In a video published by the Media Center of Islamic State, the sect showed images and last statements of 9 of the people who took part in the Paris attack that killed 130 people on November 13th. According to Reuters, the French Foreign Ministry has, however, declined to comment on it, and there was no immediate comment from the Prime Minister's office as well. And in sports, Super Eagles manager Sunday Olise has stated that he planned to stop Guinea's free flow in football in Tuesday's African Nations Championship Group C decider slated for the Rubavu City Stadium in Rwanda. Mr. Olise described Guinea as a good side that is capable of beating any team if underrated, adding that having watched them against Tunisia on Friday, his players will have to double up their efforts against the pacey Sly Stars strikers. The Nigerian manager pointed out that staying behind to study Guinea is paying off after all, because it has given the coaching crew a clearer picture of how to approach the match. And these are the stories we're tracking for you this morning, coming from African Free Press Television. For more, do log on to our website at www.africanfreepress.com. Follow us on Twitter at African Free Press, like our Facebook page at africanfreepress.com. Join us in our discussions on various interesting topics at African Free Press Forum, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at African Free Press. From me, Leo Ketan, and the whole team in the studio, this is the news as edited by Chiade Kovitasie. Do have a lovely day.